At the 2025 Japanese Grand Prix, an unexpected situation unfolded, bringing Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. A breach of FIA regulations during practice sparked a formal warning for both the team and driver. This incident has sent ripples through the Formula One community, highlighting how even small infractions can have major consequences. In this video, we'll take a detailed look at what exactly happened, why the FIA had to step in, and what this warning means for the teams moving forward. The FIA's responsibility in Formula One is to ensure fair competition, safety, and adherence to the rules. Their regulations are well established, and teams are expected to follow them to the letter. When a violation occurs, whether intentional or not, it raises concerns about the integrity of the sport. For both Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari, this breach represents not just a technical issue, but a moment that could affect their reputation and future in the sport. The Japanese GP weekend kicked off with all the excitement that fans have come to expect from one of Formula One's most thrilling races. Teams were gearing up for another battle of speed and strategy. Ferrari, known for their fierce rivalry with Mercedes, was aiming for a strong performance. Meanwhile, Hamilton and his Mercedes team were hoping to continue their push for another championship. But during practice, an issue arose that caught the FIA's attention. Though the exact nature of the violation hasn't been fully detailed, both Ferrari and Aston Martin were summoned to explain discrepancies in their car setups. The result? A warning from the FIA, sending a strong message to the teams involved and to the rest of the grid. This breach centered on a technical issue, with the car's setups, something that in the world of Formula One can make or break a team's performance. The teams are always pushing the boundaries of the regulations in search of even the slightest competitive advantage. This time, however, Ferrari and Aston Martin's cars did not fully comply with the FIA's stringent technical standards. Didn't go unnoticed, and the governing body acted swiftly to issue a formal warning. The specific details of the violation may not be clear, but the outcome was undeniable. A reprimand from the FIA that serves as a reminder to all teams of the importance of staying within the boundaries of the rules. For Ferrari, this was a particularly damaging incident. The team has long been one of the most respected and successful in Formula One, with a legacy of both triumph and struggle. Any involvement with the FIA over regulatory violations is serious, and it risks tarnishing their image. Ferrari was quick to address the breach, promising to make the necessary adjustments to comply with the FIA's regulations. However, the incident had already occurred, and its impact on the team's public image was felt immediately. Now Ferrari will need to rebuild trust with both the FIA and their loyal fanbase, who expect nothing less than excellence. As for Lewis Hamilton, this situation was equally significant. The seven-time world champion is no stranger to attention, both on and off the track. He has built a career on being at the top of his game, and any misstep, no matter how small, carries significant weight. While Hamilton himself wasn't accused of directly violating any regulations, his connection to the Mercedes team, which was implicated in the breach, added another layer of complexity. Hamilton's reputation as a leader and competitor in Formula One is unparalleled, and any association with an issue like this could raise questions about his role in the team and his future success. The FIA's warning to both Ferrari and Mercedes underscores the importance of compliance with the regulations in Formula One. The competition in the sport is incredibly fierce, and even a tiny advantage can make a huge difference. But the rules are there for a reason, to maintain fairness and ensure the safety and integrity of the sport. The governing body's swift response to this violation sends a clear message. There is zero tolerance for breaches, no matter who is involved. This warning also serves as a reminder of the intense pressure that teams and drivers face in Formula One. The stakes are incredibly high, and the desire to win can sometimes lead to teams pushing the limits of what is allowed. However, as the FIA has demonstrated, crossing that line, whether intentionally or unintentionally, comes with consequences. For both Ferrari and Mercedes, this serves as a wake-up call to remain vigilant and adhere strictly to the rules, no matter how much pressure they face to perform. For Formula One fans, this incident offers a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes world of the sport. While the action on track is thrilling, There is an immense amount of work, planning, and precision that goes into every race. The smallest oversight can have major repercussions, as this breach shows. Teams are constantly innovating to find new ways to gain a competitive edge, but those innovations must always stay within the boundaries set by the FIA. When those lines are crossed, it's not just the team that suffers, it's the integrity of the sport itself. Looking forward, this warning is likely to have a significant impact on the rest of the 2025 season. Other teams will be taking notice of how Ferrari and Mercedes handle this situation. If they recover quickly and continue to perform at a high level, it will show that mistakes can be overcome. However, if the breach leads to further issues or a loss of form, it could change the way teams approach their race weekend strategies moving forward. Ferrari, in particular, now faces an uphill battle to put this incident behind them. The team has been working hard to regain its place at the front of the grid after several years of underperformance. They cannot afford to let this violation affect their focus or their performance in future races. Every point counts, and Ferrari's challenge is to maintain their competitiveness while ensuring that every part of their operation is fully compliant with the FIA's regulations. Mercedes, too, faces an important moment in their season. While Lewis Hamilton is one of the most talented and successful drivers in Formula One, even he cannot control every aspect of the team's performance. A breach of regulations, especially in a season as competitive as this one, can impact a team's chances of success. Hamilton will need to stay focused on the races ahead, working closely with his engineers and strategists to ensure that the Mercedes team remains competitive without cutting corners. The Japanese Grand Prix breach also highlights the importance of teamwork in Formula One. The drivers are often the face of the team, but it is the engineers, mechanics, and strategists who make the difference. This incident is a reminder that every member of the team must be aligned, ensuring that the cars meet all technical specifications and that every part of the operation adheres to the rules. Even the smallest error can lead to serious consequences. In Formula One, innovation is crucial. Teams are always searching for ways to improve their cars and their performance, but there is a fine line between pushing the limits of the regulations and crossing them. The FIA's swift intervention in this case is a reminder that while innovation is encouraged, it must always be done within the boundaries of the rules. There is no place for shortcuts or bending the rules in a sport that prides itself on fairness and safety. The FIA's warning to Ferrari and Mercedes serves as a strong reminder to all teams that they are being watched closely. The pressure to perform is immense, but that pressure should never come at the cost of the sport's integrity. As the season progresses, teams will undoubtedly take extra care to ensure that their cars and their operations are fully compliant with the regulations. Any further violations could result in harsher penalties, so the stakes have never been higher. For the fans, this situation is an opportunity to reflect on the true spirit of Formula One. We all love to see the fastest cars and the most skilled drivers competing on the track, but it is equally important to ensure that the sport remains fair and transparent. The breach at the Japanese GP may have been a moment of disappointment, but it is also a chance for teams and drivers to show their resilience and commitment to upholding the integrity of the sport. In conclusion, the warning issued to Ferrari and Mercedes after the Japanese GP breach serves as a crucial lesson for all involved in Formula One. It's a reminder that success in the sport is not just about speed and strategy. It's also about respecting the rules and ensuring that every aspect of the operation is above board. Ferrari and Mercedes now face the challenge of moving. Ferrari, with its legacy of success, can't afford to let this incident define their season. The team is known for its resilience, and this is their chance to show that they can learn from mistakes and come back stronger. But the path ahead won't be easy. The competition in Formula One is fierce, and with teams like Red Bull and Mercedes pushing the boundaries of innovation, Ferrari must work even harder to ensure they're not left behind. They need to build on their strengths and stay focused on the ultimate goal, competing for victories and championships. For Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes, this is a critical moment in their pursuit of another world title. Hamilton's reputation as one of the best drivers in the sport is built on years of consistent excellence, But even the greatest can't avoid the occasional stumble. This breach, although not directly caused by Hamilton himself, has the potential to affect his pursuit of yet another championship. The pressure to maintain that level of dominance will be heightened, and the Mercedes team will need to address any technical issues promptly. With the season now entering its crucial phase, the importance of every point is magnified. Beyond the immediate implications for Ferrari and Mercedes, this breach serves as a broader lesson for the entire Formula One paddock. Teams constantly work at the cutting edge of technology, and while pushing the envelope is encouraged, there are rules in place to ensure that every team competes on a level playing field. This incident highlights the need for greater attention to detail and adherence to regulations across the board. With the sport's popularity growing year by year, maintaining the integrity of the competition is more important than ever. The FIA, through their swift intervention, has shown that they are committed to ensuring that the sport remains fair, transparent, and competitive for all involved. The ripple effect of this incident could have lasting consequences for the future of Formula One. The sport is known for its ability to innovate, but it must also be known for its commitment to fairness. As teams continue to develop new technologies and strategies, the risk of violations, whether intentional or unintentional, will always be present. The FIA's role in regulating these advancements will continue to be pivotal. It is likely that moving forward, we will see even greater scrutiny of car setups, technical specifications, and overall compliance with the regulations. Formula One must strike a balance between innovation and adherence to rules, and this warning serves as a reminder that both are equally important. As the 2025 season continues, all eyes will be on Ferrari, Mercedes, and the other teams. The pressure is on to deliver on-track performances that match their potential. However, that performance must come within the confines of the rules. The challenge for these teams is to continue to push the boundaries of speed and strategy, but always with respect for the regulations that govern the sport. The focus should be on driving excellence, not cutting corners. It is a delicate balance that only the best teams can navigate successfully. The fans, too, play an important role in the ongoing narrative of Formula One. They are the lifeblood of the sport, and their expectations are high. For many fans, the appeal of Formula One lies not just in the high-speed action, but in the drama, the rivalries, and the pursuit of excellence. The controversy surrounding the breach at the Japanese GP adds another layer to the sport's ongoing story. Fans will be watching closely to see how Ferrari and Mercedes respond to this setback. They want to see their favorite teams bounce back and show resilience, and this is the perfect opportunity for both teams to prove they have what it takes to overcome adversity. It's also worth noting that this situation is a reminder of the broader context in which Formula One operates. The sport is not just about the races themselves. It is a complex ecosystem involving technology, politics, and a delicate balance between business and sport. Teams must operate within a system that includes the governing body, sponsors, and a passionate fan base. Any disruption, such as the breach that occurred, can send shockwaves through this system, affecting not only the teams involved but also the broader dynamics of the championship. Moving forward, the stakes are higher than ever. Ferrari and Mercedes must take this warning to heart and use it as an opportunity for growth. They must learn from their mistakes, correct any technical issues, and ensure that every race going forward is not only about speed, but also about compliance and integrity. The governing body, the FIA, has made it clear that breaches will not be tolerated, and teams must now double down on their commitment to following the rules. In conclusion, while the breach at the Japanese Grand Prix was a moment of controversy,